The most optimal men always die first. Imagine riding out to battle. Who would you rather have by your side? The biohacking nerd who only got 7.5 hours of sleep last night instead of 8, and because of that, he forgot to do his red light therapy this morning, and now he's absolutely losing his head. Oh, how am I supposed to fight the enemies? I'm completely under-recovered. I'm not gonna perform. Or would you rather ride with the man who only got 3 hours of sleep last night because he was getting drunk and whoring around at the brothel? But when morning comes, he's riding with a psychopathic grin on his face because his bloodlust is boiling and he can't wait for his sword to taste the fear of his enemies. I'm picking the second man every single day because he's not a fragile little weakling who needs everything aligned perfectly in order to be a savage. And that's exactly how we should live in this modern world, because we're honestly making our ancestors roll in their graves with shame. Because even if we're not biohacking, over-optimizing dweebs, we still have a tendency to have the same mindset. Oh, if everything isn't perfect, then there's no point at all. And so we waste multiple hours every day, adding up to years of time spent overthinking, planning and theorizing instead of just brutally executing through the pain, through the suboptimal routine. On this channel, I've documented quite a few times in my life where things were going the opposite of optimal for me, and yet I still showed up and put in an effort that made me proud, boosting my identity, my mindset, my self-esteem. And another one of these events happened last night where things did not go my way, but I'm here, I'm showing up, and I'm going to get it done anyway. Let me tell you the story. So for a little bit of context, a few days ago, I joined the sales team of Lewis Welsh, who's quite a large player in the fitness coaching industry. He's got a big following, big business, he's crushing it, and I'm one of his appointment setters now, which, you know, is a job at the end of the day. I'm not doing it out of passion, but it's still a very rewarding experience because it pushes me mentally and I get to transform lives on the front lines. But anyway, I decided to join this co-working space at the same time because I wanted to have an environment where I could fully lock in and just go crazy on the phone dialing, because my home is a studio flat and it can get a bit cluttered and chaotic, and it's very hard to switch on and off when you're only living and working in one space. So I made the investment, I took the plunge, and here I am in this co-working space. An amazing decision. I could not recommend it enough. But anyway, last night my flat was being used by the air conditioning men because they needed to change the unit. And so I handed my key to the office earlier that day before I left. And when I got home last night, it was far too late. The office was closed because I decided to stay here after I finished my sales calls, and I was basically just grinding out on my laptop for my own stuff, which, if you want to know what I was up to, click the link down below. I set myself a task. I said, I'm not going home until this is complete. So when it was complete, it was quite late. So I got home, it was around 11 p.m. And I had the beautiful surprise of a locked door waiting for me. It was a bit frustrating. At first I got that, flip's sake, man. I just want to go home and sleep because I have to get up early the next day and do it all over again. But then I immediately reframed it as, oh, wait, this is an opportunity. This is another test to see if I'm worth my salt. And so I had two options, right? I could go rent a hostel nearby and sleep there for the night. But I thought that was a bit boring. I thought, where's the fun in that? Where's the adventure? And I don't know why this thought came in my head, but I realized I can just sleep here. I can come to my co working space at no extra cost because I'm already paying for it and just sleep here for the night. And I'll tell you, it wasn't half bad. I laid on this lovely, cozy surface, put one pillow behind my head, put one pillow on top because there was still, people around, some activity going on, a bit of noise, a bit of lights going on and off. I just clonked out and had a pretty decent sleep. I can't complain. I went to bed late, but here's where the second obstacle had to be overcome because I set an alarm every single day. Now it's 5 a.m., right? Which means that when I wake up, it's always dark. It's still the gritty early hours of the morning where I never feel like getting up. And so yesterday was no different. I thought, okay, it doesn't matter what time I went to bed. That was my fault for managing my time poorly. But the alarm's going off and we have to get up regardless. But my phone died overnight. So I woke up, sunlight beaming out the window. I didn't sleep through my alarm because there was no alarm. My phone slept through the alarm. But yeah, it was an unideal start to the day because I'm so obsessed with my routine. I tend to rely on it quite a lot, and I realize that this makes me fragile because I get a very important part of my identity and self-worth by being that early riser, freaking get up and get after it, beat the sun up and all that stuff. And I do believe in that. I think it's a very important part of conquering your day, conquering your inner bitch. But it can also throw you off when things don't go as planned. So I end up waking up here and then I have to go home anyway, right? I have to eat, get my food ready for the day, and go to the gym, which is near my house and not near this place. And it was just a very flustered, very chaotic, frantic day today because many things did not go my way and I didn't help things by starting to consume a bit of content way too early. I won't lie, after the gym, I turned on a bit of podcasting. Like, I know I shouldn't early on in the day because it just disrupts my focus. It takes me out of the flow state and just being present in the moment. And then it just nothing was really flowing and clicking for the rest of today. It's only 4 p.m. now, and already I've been stopped by the police on my moped because I didn't have a driving permit here in Thailand. I only have my UK license, so I got a little fine. Nothing crazy, it's just another annoying inconvenience that could have been like, oh, for fuck's sake, oh, why does this have to happen to me? Or I could have just seen it as yet another opportunity to overcome an obstacle, to be presented with a test that shows me if I'm worthy of actually ascending to the next level of personal development. And this fine, it wasn't like you just pay it right then and there, which would have been just lickety split, Bob's your uncle, move on with your day. No. I had to go all the way back to the police station. and then make my way back again to this place where I've spent the last couple hours procrastinating on making this video because I kept overthinking again. Oh, I'm not in the perfect flow state. Oh, I'm gonna be distracted. I'm not gonna come on here with as much presence and energy as I could if I was fully focused. Oh, maybe I should just save it for tomorrow when I'm fresh and my routine's back and I can do everything optimally. And there's the trap, right? Because then the potency would have gone a bit. The story wouldn't be as fresh because a day would have passed between the idea and the execution. Whereas now, even though I might be a bit more scatterbrained as I'm speaking to you, I believe it's more powerful as well because you get to experience my state of mind firsthand. And I know that the feeling of resistance will always make you want to not do that task that you're procrastinating. But then when you actually start doing it, and then when it's done, you feel energized, you feel relieved, just like is happening right now. Because now I'm feeling so much better than before, simply from making this video when I didn't feel like it. Because I didn't wait until things were optimal and I did it anyway. And now, once this is done, I have to go and do my sales calls. I don't have to, I get to go and do some sales calls. And likewise, I'm not feeling in the best headspace. I don't want to do it. I feel this resistance, but I know that as soon as I start dialing, as soon as I start having some good conversations, the energy is just going to start flowing. I'll speak to you again once the calls are done.
I only booked one appointment today, so the results are sort of lackluster, but I did have some good conversations. I learned a lot about people's problems and helped facilitate some kind of change. Every single call is an opportunity for me to practice my coaching skills. Because yes, even if I don't get them booked in, even if the closer doesn't close them on the deal and I don't get my commission, I still have an opportunity every single time someone picks up to have a positive influence on the world. So honestly, nothing but gratitude for this opportunity. But I'm absolutely sweating gizzards out here. No AC, and finishing off one last meal of the day, which is a bowl of rice and some bananas. An absolutely delicious combination, especially because I put coconut milk inside the rice. Thing with rice is you're gonna get some brain fog, but it's the right kind of brain fog if you time it right. If you have that at the end of the day, it's the perfect meal to wind you down, get you feeling sleepy, but not feeling that aggressive brain fog of some processed junk food. And I only just remembered after I'd already eaten most of it that I still have to film this video, so the brain fog is slapping just a little bit right now. But anyway, bro, stop optimizing and start maximizing. Every single day, no matter how you feel. If that helps you at all, there's a cheeky little link down below. Click on it, hear me out, see what I have to say, and if you hate it, you can bully me in the comments. Have a blessed day, brother, and I'll see you when I see you.